following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future, and presented by DigitalDice.com, the best podcast on the internet for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, and wherever else podcasts are listed. And in fact, one of the new things I see on Spotify is that you can just have your favorite music and podcasts kind of thrown together in a daily collection. So you can do that. You can listen to it, our once-a-week show, and do that. And so, hi, everybody. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the show. This is Retro Sports Network, and this is our version of the 1986 NFC Championship game. No, not the real-life thing for those of you watching later on YouTube. We did a replay, and we got to the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers for the road, for right anyway, to go to Pasadena. The weather in San Francisco, it's a beautiful summer day. Wait, you tell me it's January, 45 degrees, clear skies, and winds of 15 to 25 miles an hour? Oh yeah, a great day for football here at Candlestick Park. Joe Montana, of course, the quarterback for the 49ers. The Bears have kept their choice a secret until the very end. Jim McMahon, if you remember, a couple weeks ago, was benched at the half of Chicago's overtime win over the New York Giants to get to this game. San Francisco rolled through the Minnesota Vikings to reach the NFC Championship game. The winner plays the New England Patriots next Sunday night. Note the time change. Not like we're running up against any real games now anyway. At 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So there you have it. The winner plays the Patriots in the 21st edition of the AFL-NFL World Championship football game. You ready to play some sports? We're going to have so much sports and streams for you in the next few weeks that your head's going to spin. Let's get right to it, shall we? We shall. The 49ers will kick. The Bears have won the toss. Tribe fan, how are you, my friend? As I said, 45 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. The shadows are now overtaking the field here at Candlestick. Chicago will have the wind behind them in the first quarter. How you doing, Robbie? An ad for Xfinity. By the way, and we're not going to be in any hurry to get this stream done today, Xfinity is giving away their low-income streaming package for the internet for 60 days. So there you go. Chicago going from left to right. Sanders back deep to return. How you doing, Mr. Gardner? Gentry and Neil Anderson are the upmen. The Patriots await, but this will be the favorite to win it all. Ray Wershing will kick, and the championship game is underway. Gentry from the 5, 20, 30, 40, and he's brought down by Nixon at the 47. So a 40-yard return for the Bears. Then off the get-go, Doug Flutie is the quarterback. Walter Payton, the primary running back. Matt Suey. Willie Gault, the flanker. Dennis Gentry, who just made that fine return, the split end. And Emery Moorhead is the tight end for Chicago. San Francisco is unofficially a 5-point favorite. Trap right for Peyton. First play from scrimmage from the 47. McCall stacks him up at the 47. San Francisco blitzed 4. Mark Bortz, the left guard, could not make the block. 2nd and 10. Let's meet the Bears line. Jimbo Covert, the left tackle. Mark Bortz, who just made that bad block, the left guard. Jay Hilgenberg is your center. Tom Thayer, the right guard. and Keith Van Horn, the right tackle. 2nd and 10. Suey. Off tackle right. Handoff from Flutie from the 47. Allison makes the tackle. Gain of 2. Let's not have that on the screen. There. 3rd down and 8. Flutie will stay in the game. He's going to look to Willie Galt for a receiver. Let's meet the 49ers defense. Dwayne Board, the left defensive end. Michael Carter, the nose tackle. Jeff Stover, the right defensive end. Milt McCall, the left outside linebacker. Ricky Ellison, the left inside linebacker. Jim Farnhorst is the right inside linebacker. Keena Turner, the right outside linebacker. The corners, Don Griffin. Tim McKyer on the right. Ronnie Lott, the strong safety. And Carlton Williamson, the free safety. 3rd and 8 from the Bear 49. Medium hitch to Willie Galt. Flutie back to throw. He's stacked by Stover. Yep, Tina Turner. And so Jeff Stover with a sack, and it'll be 4th and long. Keena, Keena. So the Bears will be forced to punt on their first series. Maury Buford will stand on his 26. Don Griffin is back to return for San Francisco. They're going to do a sideline punt because of the heavy wind, and it will go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A 37-yard punt, no return, and Joe Montana will come out under center. He's got Tom Rathman as his blocking back, and back from his injury, Roger Craig. So the 49ers have all of their offensive machinery ready to go. Dwight Clark is your split end. Jerry Rice is your flanker. Those are the 2 wide receivers. And Russ Francis is your tight end. 1st and 10. Trap right for Craig on the San Francisco 22. And Craig is stood up by Refrigerator Perry for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. This one is not going to be one of those 35-31 slobber knocker games. If you watched the Bears and the Giants 2 weeks ago, you should get a good sense of at least how Chicago can do. Let's see what happens when San Francisco has all of their weapons. The line, Farnhorst is the left tackle. Randy Cross is the left guard. He is the best of the San Francisco bunch. Fred Quillen is the center. Bruce Colley is the right guard. And Bubba Paris is the right tackle. 2nd and 10. Short flat pass to Roger Craig. Flag is down.
Ball start.
And offense. Somebody jumped. It is Farnhorst.
5-yard penalty.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
Down.
Or 2nd and 15, rather. From the San Francisco 17-yard line. Just the start of things here. San Francisco in the red jerseys, gold helmets, gray face mask, stripes around, white stripes along the shoulder or on the wrist or the sleeves. That's the word I'm looking for. With the white numbers and the gold pants. 2nd and 15. Rathman on a fullback dive. Handoff from Montana. Another flag is down. Somebody jumped. It was Chicago. So it's a gain of 2, but it's the Refrigerator that did it, and so it'll be a 5-yard gain. We go back to 2nd and 10. We're just going to dance around the field a bit, I guess. 11:49 to go first quarter. Let's meet the Bear defense. Dan Hampton, the left defensive end. William the Refrigerator Perry, the left tackle. The Bears, of course, play a 4-6. The right tackle is Steve McMichael. And the right end is Richard Dent. The linebackers are legendary as well. Wilbur Marshall, the left outside linebacker. Mike Singletary fills up the middle. And Otis Wilson is the right outside linebacker. The corners, Mike Richardson, he gets to say guard Jerry Rice, say a few novenas for him. And Vesty Jackson is the right corner. He's on Dwight Clark. Gary Fensick is the free safety. And Dave Newerson is on Russ Francis as the strong safety. 2nd and 10. Sweep right for Roger Craig. No audible from Montana. Craig to the far side, and he's hit by Dent at the 22. 3rd and 10. So San Francisco will have to throw it here after getting nothing on the ground. Wilson, because he was huge. He was the first really over, I think he weighed 320 coming out of Clemson. Mike Wilson is the third receiver. 3rd and 10. Clark on a medium slant. Bears show blitz. No change in the play. He throws. Clark's got it. He's over the 40-yard line, and that's a gain of 19. So 1st and 10. 3 weeks ago, against Minnesota, Joe Montana, before being lifted, 20 of 33 for an interception and a score. So 1st and 10 from the San Francisco 41. Craig on a flat pass. 3 wide receivers still in the game. Near side, Craig's got it. Cuts to the far side of the field, 45-50, and Marshall makes a tackle at the 13. So Craig essentially does an end around, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bears for the 49ers rather, at their own 46. So 1st and 10, clock running, opening drive for San Francisco. They go back to a conventional set. Craig, fullback dive, handoff from Montana. He gets across the 45. Gary Fensick with the tackle at the 44. A gain of 2. 2nd and 8. So you've met everybody. And as we said in the open, the winner plays the Patriots next Sunday night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, in the Professional Football Championship in 1986 from the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Medium fly. Dwight Clark is the call. Montana to throw. Clark open at the 20, and Vesty Jackson hits him after a gain of 25. So Clark, 2 tackles, 44 yards, and the 49ers are in the red zone. They're at the Chicago 19. Following that gain of 25, Clark 2 catches for 44 yards. rFig2 is our latest follower. He is follower number 71 to the channel, and thanks for doing that, sir. Jerry Rice, medium cross. They're going on 1st down, and Chicago didn't like what they saw and then called timeout. So Mike Ditka says a few unkind words to Mike Singletary as they all gather at the sideline. 9:19 to go. 1st quarter, no score. Rice, again, medium cross. The Bears play tight. They show blitz. No audible. Montana rolls. He flips it down to Craig, and Craig got a gain of 12. So on Montana had to run around the pocket, dumped it down, and that will make it 1st and goal from the Chicago 7. So what an opening drive for San Francisco going into this brisk wind. You've heard the old Mark Twain saying the coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. But on a 45-degree day in January, that's not feeling all that warm to begin with. Rathman, fullback dive from the 7. He keeps the legs moving, gets inside the 5, down to the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the Chicago 3. Give Rathman a gain of 4, and Singletary his 1st tackle. Montana on this opening drive, 4 of 4 for 69 yards. And so Craig and Joe Cribbs comes in. Two running backs. Frank joins Francis at tight end. Montana, he thought about running it, isn't going to do it. Looks at Joe Cribbs. Fullback dive on 2nd and goal. Hand off to Cribbs, and Joe will score the touchdown. San Francisco draws first blood. 7:43 to go in the opening quarter. 10 plays, 78 yards, and 4:53 off the clock. So the Bears are going to have to scramble early. Remember, they had great field position to start the game and couldn't do anything with it. So you saw the Cribbs touchdown. Here's Worshing with the extra point. It is good, and halfway home in the first. It's San Francisco 7, Chicago nothing. This is the NFC Championship game on Retro Sports Network. So Sanders back deep. I don't think he's a colonel. Gentry and Anderson, the upmen. Worshing. This time kicks it to Sanders at the goal line, and he is hit by Harty at the 14. That's a gain of 13. Did they put down new turf for the championship game? Yep. We laid some fresh sod, Mark, right over the middle of the field. And so everyone's got a fresh carpet to tear up for this last game in San Francisco for the year. 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 14. Payton off tackle left. Hand off from Flutie. Payton hit by Ronnie Lott at the 18. A gain of 4. 2nd and 6. So Payton's going to have to be the busy little beaver today to carry this offense. Flutie. Not really liking his options. Short, flat pass to Payton near side. Flutie throws. Payton's got it. Down the sideline. First down across the 30. Farnhorst with the tackle at the 34. A gain of 16. And that's what the Bears are going to have to do. They're going to have to eat some clock. They're going to have to use Walter Payton an awful lot and keep the San Francisco offense off the field. Flutie completes his first pass of the day. He was sacked in that first drive for Chicago. Suey 1st and 10. Off tackle right, near side, across to 35. Tim McKyer makes a tackle at the 38, a gain of 4. And so there you see how the Bears are going to do it. Ground and pound. Or in Italy, that's tonight's feature on Pornhub. Payton will try a sweep near side from the 38, and he is stopped by Dwayne Board for no gain. And so it'll be 3rd and 6 for Chicago, and again Flutie will be forced to throw it from the Chicago 38. 5:20, clock running here in the first quarter. Dennis Gentry, on a short out is the call. Flutie back to throw. Near sideline, Gentry has it for a first down. A gain of 9 as Don Griffin makes the tackle. So the clock will stop. 4:39 to go in the first quarter. And the Bears moving the football from left to right. White jerseys. Don't know what the font is for that Bear jersey. I think Mark is trying to break some news. Did we actually get a new CBA? We got football piece for the next 11 years, or until I'm almost 60 years old. Well, that's good. 1st and 10 from the Bears, 47. Payton will try a sweep to the left side. That's the far side from there. Has room over the 50. Cuts towards the far sideline. And Ricky Ellison makes the tackle at the 47. And so breaking news here live on Twitch. Football piece, or fool's ball, as he put it. It's football. and an extra game a season. So a 17-game season. And I would imagine that extra game would be a neutral site game, if I remember correctly. And that the preseason would be cut to 3 weeks. Now, what about extended playoffs? Are they going to put another playoff team in each conference? 2nd and 4, as we break this all down. So, Mr. Suey, trap, all right, flag is down. Somebody moved.
Encroachment, defense.
And it was San Francisco. It's Carter,
5-yard penalty.
the nose tackle. And that will be a 5-yard penalty and a first down for the Bears. And so, yeah, a 17-game season, that pretty much was a compromise. The NFL has wanted for years to go to an 18-game season, and the Players Association said no. 2 extra playoffs starting this year. So you'll have a triple header wild card on Saturday and Sunday. And the only team to have a bye, and I'm hearing this is the Patriots rule, is that if you have the best record in the conference, you're the only team that gets a bye. So teams that had a bye before that got that other divisional game on the second weekend, they won't have it anymore. Now, will there be a second bye week in the season? Or are we doing 17 games in 19 weeks? It'll be the 2021 season. And so we'll have labor peace for the next 11, 12 years. And with the new TV deals that are now sure to come, that money will be rolling in. 1st and 10 as we go back to January of 87, 3:55 to go. 1st and 10 from the 49er 42. Peyton. Trap left, hand off from Flutie, and Turner says, what's Love got to do with it? That's a 1-yard loss. And so Walter Payton, 5 carries for 9 yards. And Keena Turner with his first tackle, 2nd and 11. 1 bye week. That's interesting. I would have thought with the extra game they would have tried to throw in the second bye week in. 2nd and 11. Peyton kind of tired. Anderson in for a carry. Sports Time Machine says hello for a few minutes. How are you? So 2nd down. Suey, short pass in the flat. Flutie tries for Anderson. Instead, that's incomplete. And it's 3rd down. So for the first time, they go 3 wide. Dennis Gentry in the backfield. Willie Galt, Keith Ortego, and Barnes, the wide receivers. Flutie will go out of the gun. 7-0 San Francisco. 3:16 to go first quarter. Ortego, medium hitch. Flutie rolls around. Quick throw. Deflected by Griffin and incomplete. So the Bears, 9 plays, 43 yards. And from the San Francisco 43, they're going to have to do another sideline punt. Griffin will be back to kind of return it. CBA passed by 60 votes, Mark Forsberg says. Punt is a touchback, and so the 49ers take over at their own 20. 3:06 to go in the first quarter. San Francisco 7, Chicago nothing. So 1st and 10 for the 49ers. They're going to run out of the eye. Rathman, the blocking back. Craig, the tailback. Craig, off tackle right. Hand off from Montana. And Perry stands him up at the goal for no gain. So 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 10 from the San Francisco 20. Montana 4 of 4 on the opening drive for 69 yards. Rathman in the flat. Again, no audible. Montana sticks with a call. Rathman near side has it at the 15. 20, and Otis Wilson makes a tackle at the 22. A gain of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 8. So the Bears if they can get some pressure on Montana, might be able to force a 3 and out. Wilson and Rice at the near side, Clark on the far side. Russ Francis, short slant to the tight end. Montana under center, going to another read, and that's incomplete. Was trying for Craig, and the Bears force a 3 and out. So San Francisco, Robbie, you can do that all online. You don't need to be, they're not meeting. That's all done over the phone. So San Francisco to punt with 1:45 to go in the quarter. Max Runniger will punt to Barnes. Runniger from his 7. Barnes comes in, 40, is hit by Tuiasosopo at the 41 for a gain of 5. So 1st and 10, 1:39 to go, and Chicago takes over from their own 41. So kind of a dour affair so far. 32 net yards for the Bears, 80 for the 49ers. Lou Barnes, by the way, is the name of that returner. Anderson. Yeah, most of those votes were cast early, 3 weeks to vote. And it just goes to show, as Mark Forsberg points out, this was all done in good faith and happened early. Sweep left for Neil Anderson. Flag is down. And again, it's Carter for San Francisco, and he moved early and made contact. So 1st and 5 for the Bears, with 1:39 to go from their own 46. End around. Gentry goes to the far side, gets a block, 1st down, 45. Carlton Williamson makes a tackle at the 43 for a gain of 11. 1st and 10 for the Bears on the San Francisco 43. So Chicago survived the initial touchdown, and now just trying to hang in there. Anderson sweeps left, far side from the 43. Across the 40, and Ricky Ellison makes a tackle at the 38. 49ers were doubling Willie Gault, and the Bears will run one more play here to end the first quarter. 2nd and 5 from the San Francisco 38. Peyton back in the game. Second and 5. Off tackle right to Walter, near side, across the 40. And McCall hits him right at the line of scrimmage. And we've played 15 minutes. So San Francisco doing what they need to do. They lead 7-0. And as you look at the Digital Dice scoring summary, Joe Cribbs capped off a 10-play, 78-yard drive with 7:43 to go. You can look at the stats while I drink some more of my delicious Trader Joe's tomato soup. So 5 first downs to 4 for San Francisco, and the yardage 80 to 48. Peyton 6 carries, 9 yards. If Chicago's going to win this game, Peyton needs to start picking some holes. 3rd and 5. Short slant. Dennis Gentry. Flutie under center. Throws. Gentry had it, and Griffin nailed him. So Gentry dropped it. And Kevin Butler says, I can hit this from here. It would be, holy crap, it would be 55 yards. But, well, what are they going to do? It's a 9% chance. And out comes Maura Buford now into the wind. They will try another sideline punt and hope to pin San Francisco inside the 10. Buford gets it away. Does get it out inside the 10. And it rolls out of bounds at the 1 yard line. What a punt. 37 yards. Toasted cheese sandwiches? Well, you know, I'm trying to call a game here, so I really can't, but thanks. So, from the 1-yard line, Joe Montana and company set up 14:48 to go in the first half. They lead this NFC Championship game 7-0. Two tight end set in a tight run formation. Craig and Rathman. Craig. Trap right. Handoff from Montana. Does he get out of his end zone? Yes, he does. But just barely, as Richard Dent made the tackle at the 1. So second down, the Bears doubled Russ Francis. And so it's 2nd and 10 from the 1-yard line. Joe Cribbs back in the football game. Fullback dive. Chicago blitzes, handoff to Cribbs, and he won't get out of the end zone. Or he will. Never mind what the play-by-play tells you. It's a gain of 3 as Wilbur Marshall makes a tackle at the 4. Never mind what the chalkboard tells you. He got the block, he slipped a little bit and fell out and is hit at the San Francisco 4. So 3rd and 7 for the 49ers at their own 4-yard line. Short slant. Dwight Clark. Montana now in the end zone to throw. He tries to get it to Craig in the end zone, but he couldn't hang on to it. And that's a smart drop. No, I've already got you open. I was trying to cut the messages down. So 4th and 7, the Bears play perfect defense. The 49ers go 3 and out. Runniger with a win behind him here. Hopes to pin the Bears at midfield. From his end zone, Barnes at the 49-40. Flag is down at the moment, spotted at the
Receiving team
at the San Francisco 39, but Wachter with the block. 1st and 10. And Chicago still has good field position from their own 44. So the Bears trailing 7-0 here early on in the second quarter. Flutie wants to try to go long. Ditka says, you do that, you're toast. So Payton sweeps to the right, near sideline from the 44, over the 50, and into the secondary for a first down, and that's a gain of 12. Matt Suey, the fullback with the big block, 1st and 10, spotted at the San Francisco 44. So the Bears 11 carries, 43 yards, and they're doing what they got to do. Suey. Trap left from the 44-40. He got into the secondary himself, and Ricky Ellison brings him down to 31, or the 33 rather, a gain of 11. So the Bears finding now some success on the ground, kind of like, you know, when your grandparents used to tell you about margarine. Remember that? Margarine didn't have any dye or really flavor. It was just fat. And so you broke up the little packet of yellow stuff and you mixed it in. And that's kind of what the Bears are doing to the 49ers defense. Just kind of slow runs and then beat them up later on. Payton. We'll just have 9 Facebook tabs open, I guess. Payton, 1st and 10. He'll sweep near side. Hand off from Flutie. Payton finds a hole. Stover with the tackle at the 31, a gain of 2. And 2nd and 8. So the Bears are driving here. They look to Willie Gault. They'll try a medium cross. Flutie under center. Waits. Throws. Gault has it. 10. He's hit by McKyer at the 6, and that's a gain of 25. So that's pretty good. First and goal from the San Francisco 6. Parquet you did not have to mix, but yeah. No, it's a friend of the family who would have had a birthday today had he lived, and so they're just sharing some memories. Nothing wrong with that. It's the Ides of March. But do you really think that backstabbing is the least of your problems today? We'll talk about that later. First and goal from the 49ers 6. Suey. Fullback dive. Hand off. Flutie McCall will make the hit at the 4. A gain of 2. And it'll be second and goal from the 49er 4-yard line. Chicago trying to tie this one up. 2 tight end set. Thomas. In the backfield with Peyton here. Reitman and Moorhead the tight ends. And Dennis Gentry is the lone wide receiver. Peyton on a draw play. Hand off from Flutie. Peyton scores the tying touchdown. So Walter Payton hasn't had a lot of yards, but he does have 6 points. 9 carries for 27 yards. And the 6-play, 56-yard drive puts Chicago within 1. A2, Brutus, yep. And so the extra point from Butler is good. 9:36 to go in the first half. Chicago, pound it, City. It's 7-7. So Crawford back deep to return for San Francisco. Monroe and Griffin are the Upman. Butler into the wind. Upman at the 9. That's Monroe, and Bell will make the tackle at the 29, but it's coming back. Griffin with the block. And it was too low, and so 9.5 to go here in the first half. San Francisco starts from their own 12, and so you just saw exactly what the Bears needed to do. They got to shut down the 49er offense, and then they could run the football, and that's how Chicago got to this point. Remember, they beat the Giants in overtime 16-13. Medium out to Jerry Rice on first down. Montana flag is down, and Dent with a sack at the 4-yard line. But
Number 76.
Steve McMichael was offside, and it won't matter. And so whatever momentum the Bears might have had from that is gone. They'll take the penalty, 1st and 5 from the San Francisco 17. He looks to Jerry Rice. And a long hitch to Rice. Montana waits, throws. Rice, no. Gary Fensick got a piece of it. Otis Wilson hurried Montana into the throw, and it'll be 2nd and 5. 9:11 to go in the first half. Craig, off tackle right, hand off, and Craig is hit by Perry at the 20. 3rd and 2. So again, Chicago kind of getting to what they want to do against San Francisco. They've settled in. 7-7 the score. 9 minutes to go, first half. Francis. Short slant to the tight end. Montana throws. Francis has it for a first down and a gain of 8. Dave Duerson with his first tackle of the game. And San Francisco, I mean, look, they're only averaging 1.7 yards a carry. So Joe Montana says, well, if I got to beat you, I got to beat you. Medium slant to Rice on 1st and 10. Montana waits. He goes up to Clark instead, and that's an 8-yard gain. So a safety blitz. They doubled Rice, and Clark, 3 catches for 52 yards. 2nd and 2 for the 49ers. Rathman Fullback dive, handoff. He's got a first down and more as the hole was nicely opened up by Randy Cross. Gary Fenzik with a tackle. A gain of 8, and San Francisco keeps moving the football. This time they have it on their own 44. Under 7 to go. San Francisco looking to break the 7-7 logjam. Craig. Screen pass. Montana finds Craig across midfield, and Marshall makes the tackle after a gain of 10. So they got the Dave Gardner measurement. First down. 6:16 to go, and the 49ers are inside Chicago territory. Craig, off tackle right, handoff from Montana, across the 40, got a block, and Gary Fenzik makes a tackle to 35, a gain of 11. Bubba Paris, the right tackle, ripped open the hole. Drunken Patriots fans somehow made the flight across the country to watch this game, and claiming the Patriots are going to whoop these guys in the Super Bowl. The championship. 5:34 to go in the half. First and 10, San Francisco from the Chicago 35. Clark. Medium slant. Montana has time. He's got Clark. 20, 10, touchdown. Dwight Clark. So Dwight Clark has had himself an afternoon already. 4 catches for 87 yards, and the 49ers 9-play, 88-yard drive in 4:41. So here it is again, a 35-yard touchdown pass. And Dwight Clark, that's a big score. Ray Wershing's extra point is up and barely good. It hooked around the pole. Wow. 4:50 to go. Chicago's getting the football in a moment. San Francisco 14, the Bears 7. This is the NFC Championship game presented by Digital Dice on Retro Sports Network. So Wershing, who almost made a boo-boo, will kick. Sanders deep, Gentry at the top, Anderson at the bottom. Those are your upmen. 5 yards deep, Flutie will take it at the 20. 4:50 to go. So San Francisco doing what they need to do. Chicago would love to take most of the rest of the half. And Robbie says points are somewhat hard to come by. Well, 21 in the first half. Just like toilet paper. Hey, it's out there. You just got to know where to look. There's a Guido fellow that can help you out. Suey. Trap right, first and 10. Handoff from Flutie, and the 49ers flush that one out. McCall with the tackle, and that's a loss of 1. Willie Gault was doubled. The 49ers blitz, 2nd and 11. Payton. Going to drive this one on a dive. Handoff from Flutie. Gets it back across the 20. Ronnie Lott makes a stop at the 22. And that's a gain of 3. So 3rd and 8. 3 wide receivers this time for Flutie. Gentry will come out for Payton. And go in with Barnes. So Gault, Ortega, and Gentry the wide receivers. Moorhead the tight end. Payton the running back. He'll block for Flutie out of the gun. Ortega, medium cross. Flutie from the 22 rolls, throws, incomplete. How you doing? Good morning. Glad to have you along. So it'll be 4th and 8. Chicago will be forced to punt. from their own 22. They're going into the win. This is good for San Francisco. Remember, the 49ers will get the football to start the second half. Maury Buford back deep to punt. From his 7, gets it away, taken at for a fair catch at the 34-yard line. So San Francisco, 3:10 to go. They have a 7-point lead, 14-7, and the football here in the second quarter of the NFC Championship game right here on Retro Sports Network. Oh, how you doing, Keith? Good to have you along. This game will be on YouTube tomorrow. So thanks for watching live. 1st and 10 for the 49ers on their own 34. Well, thank you, sir, for watching. Rice. Medium slant, 1st and 10. Montana's in trouble here. He throws, intercepted by Richardson at the 48. Mike Richardson makes his second playoff interception of the year, and the Bears have gotten a reprieve from the governor. That's a gain of 5, and Montana shakes his head as he heads to the sideline. Here it is again. Well, thanks for signing up. So at the San Francisco 43, Flutie now has they're into the win, so it won't help Kevin Butler. But Butler is a very good kicker, and they probably only need about 13 yards to put them into field goal range. Galt this time on an end around to the near side. He gets a block, 40, 30, 20, and Ronnie Lott makes a tackle at the 19 for a gain of 24. Jimbo Covert, the left tackle, is the one that made the huge block. And now the Bears are most definitely in field goal range from the San Francisco 19, 2:46 to go. That was a big play. Peyton. Off tackle right on 1st down. He's hit by Keena Turner at the 17 for a gain of 2. And Flutie will take it right down to the 2-minute warning. So the first turnover of the football game probably will lead to points. Chicago has it 2nd and 8 from the San Francisco 17, but they trail the 49ers 14-7 in this NFC Championship game. Short slant, Willie Galt, Flutie, quick throw, no. Down to a running back, and that's not a touchdown. That is Suey, and he's hit by Turner at the 1-yard line. The winner does indeed play the Patriots, and right now the Bears are a yard away from possibly tying this up. So Flutie, watch the replay here. Flutie just kind of scrambled around. He found Suey, and Keena Turner saved the tackle, or saved the touchdown at the 1-yard line. 2 tight end set. Thomas is in the backfield with Walter Payton. Bears are in no hurry. Flutie. Trying to sneak it across himself, and he does. The seas part, and Doug Flutie makes it a 1-point game. Well. A minute 20 to go. 4 plays, 43 yards. And somebody... Wow, that was amazing. The turnover hurt. And so here's Flutie again. He ate his Flutie flakes. The extra point from Butler is good. And so, with 1:20 to go in the half, it's the Bears 14, the 49ers 14. Forget about what I said about not this being a 35-31. Both teams have scored a lot. So Crawford back deep with Monroe and Griffin. 2 yards deep. San Francisco will return this. Crawford to the, well, he shouldn't have. At the 9, Ron Rivera makes the tackle. And with a minute 13 and 3 timeouts, why not? Rathman on a screen. Montana waits. He fires, and Fensick will make the tackle of Rathman at the 13 for a gain of 4. They'll go hurry up. Short slant. Jerry Rice. Bears will try and blitz. Audible. Flat to Craig. Near far side. Craig has it. 10. He gets the first down. Marshall at the 22. A gain of 9. Did he keep him in bounds? He did. And they'll go in a hurry up. Yep, this was the year that San Francisco was absolutely nuked by New York in the divisional playoff. The Bears took care of New York last week in the last game in Chicago, and the 49ers took care of the Minnesota Vikings. Medium slant to Dwight Clark. Montana to throw. Clark runs his routes. Got it at the 35. Vesty Jackson makes the tackle after a gain of 14. First and 10. Dwight Clark, 5 catches and 101 yards in the first half. And now they'll call time with 39 seconds. The wind is with San Francisco, and now you gotta wonder if they can get it into field goal range here. Montana, 12 of 16 for 159 yards. An interception and a score. Long slant to Jerry Rice. Montana quickly throws. Rice open 40. He's in the field goal range. It's a gain of 30. Mike Richardson with a huge smash. But Rice makes his first catch of the game, and it's a gain of 30 yards. Spotted at the Bear 34. And Bill Walsh will call time with 33 seconds to go. So what a drive here for the 49ers at the end of the first half. And you've already got a 50-50 shot for Wersching to hit a field goal. Rice again on a medium slant. Montana finds him at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 21. Richardson again with a tackle. 24 seconds to go. They'll go into a hurry-up. They think they can run 2 plays from the 13-yard line. Francis. A medium slant. Montana looks to throw. Clark, touchdown! And if you thought San Francisco was going to play it safe, guess again. 6 plays, 91 yards, and a minute 3 off the clock. Unbelievable finish here to the first half. So Clark, 6 catches, 114 yards, and 2 scores. Wersching with the extra point. It's good. Wowzers. What a run here at the end of the quarter by San Francisco. They marched down, and on this Bear defense, they put 257 yards on it. Chicago will take a knee, and Flutie will take a knee, and that will be the end of the first half. And San Francisco called timeout. Mike Ditka glares over at Bill Walsh, saying, "What are you doing?" Yep, 223 yards passing in the first half. So Flutie takes a knee again, and that will do it. Well, what a first half hour at Candlestick Park. The score, as San Francisco will receive the football, San Francisco 21, Chicago 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So here's a quick look at the stats. That second quarter was not what I expected at all. Chicago, a 4-yard run from Peyton with 9:36 to go to make it 7-7. And then Montana, with 4:50 to go, hit Dwight Clark to make it 14-17. 9 plays, 88 yards. And then Doug Flutie with a 1-yard run with 1:20 following something there. And then San Francisco, I mean, you can't get any more confident than Joe Montana, goes to a second reading Clark and scores the go-ahead touchdown with 10 seconds left to make it 21-14. 257 net yards for San Francisco and 147 for Chicago. And remember, San Francisco gets the football here in a moment. Well, before we go back to the football, just want to make sure you guys are doing okay. Because it's important that you guys are doing okay. And starting maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I might do something with Dave on his channel tonight. But starting tomorrow, 2 live streams a day on Twitch. 1978 baseball every day until they play again. And we'll do something different at night, whether it's train sims or city skylines or some Patreon stuff, all there for you. But remember, as we go through this difficult time, that we're all in this together. Just remember that, okay? All right. And so here, as we said, Flutie's not playing terrible. 4 of 8 for 66. Chicago's got to run it. They've tried to run it. They're running it better than San Francisco, but they can't shut down Joe Montana. And so Raymond Barry is sitting in Foxborough going, how do we shut down Joe Montana? And if we do shut down, if the Bears shut down Joe Montana, how do we face Doug Flutie? Anyway, Crawford back deep. 45 degrees. The wind at 15 to 25 behind San Francisco as we start the third quarter. Monroe and Griffin the upman. And here's the kick. Monroe or Crawford at the 6, Ron Rivera at the 16. And that's a 10-yard return. 1st and 10 for San Francisco on their own 16. Start of the third quarter. Montana at quarterback. Craig and Rathman, the running backs. Rice and Clark, the wide receivers. Russ Francis, the tight end. Farnhorst and Paris, the tackles. Cross and Colley, the guards. And Quillen, the center. They injured him. He got injured in that game and missed a lot of the 87 season. They broke his back. Plus, it didn't hurt New York that game was at the Meadowlands. So 1st and 10 from the 49ers 16-yard line. Craig off tackle left. And he is hit by Dan Hampton at the 18 for a gain of 2. Hampton the left end, Dent the right end. McMichael and Parry the tackles. Marshall and Wilson, your outside linebackers. Singletary fills the middle. Richardson and Jackson the corners. Dewerson and Fensick the safeties. 2nd and 8 for San Francisco. Cribbs is now in for Rathman. Cribbs will try a pitch to the right from Montana. Across the 20, Richardson makes the tackle at the 24, a gain of 6. And it'll be 3rd and 2 for San Francisco from their own 24. Rice. Medium hitch. Montana to throw. Complete to Rice for a gain of 16. And it's 1st and 10 for the 49ers on their own 40. So Rice, who didn't have much of anything in the first half, now has 3 catches for 67 yards. And Montana is 16 to 20 for 239. Cribbs. Off tackle right. from Montana, hit by Otis Wilson at the 42 for a gain of 2. 12:47 to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 8. San Francisco now just trying to milk the clock a little bit to at least give the Bears a little more of a scare. Roger Craig on a screen pass. Well, San Francisco's being covered tight. Montana says, I got this. He looks around, he throws. Craig's got it. He has a gain of 6 on the screen, and that will make it 3rd and 2 from the San Francisco 48. So Craig, 5 catches on the day for 50 yards. Craig this time will run the football. He'll try a sweep to the far side. Gets to the far sidelines. Gets it across midfield and is hit by Wilson out of bounds at the Chicago 49. So 1st and 10 for the Niners. The first drive of the second half. 6 plays, 35 yards. And they've taken 3.5 off the clock. Rathman comes back in with Craig. Rathman. Trap right. Handoff from Montana. And Wilson will bring him down at midfield for a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11. The ball is at midfield. Right on the stripe. Bruce Colley, the right guard, did not make a good block. And Chicago took advantage. So 2nd and 11 for San Francisco. Clark. Medium slant. Montana back to throw. He dumps it down to Craig, I believe. No, it's Rathman, and Rathman got a gain of 11. And so when you have backs out of the backfield that can catch the ball, you got people you can kind of scramble to, and Rathman got a gain of 11 there. And so as we cross the 1 o'clock hour, I'm Ron Juckett. This is Retro Sports Network. This is our simulated 1986 NFC Championship game from our sim season featuring the San Francisco 49ers and Chicago Bears. The Redskins and Giants are watching at home along with you. And tonight on 60 Minutes, CBS got an exclusive look at Andy Rooney's colonoscopy. And so that, and we replay one of our favorite interviews of all time, Lena Horne flirting with Morley Safer, tonight on 60 Minutes. That's at 8 Eastern Time, not 7, so everybody goes on at 8. At 9, on Murder, she wrote, Jessica Fletcher and the town kill a bunch of lobsters at the annual Crab Fest, or at the Absolute Clam Bake. See all the hilarity of Jessica Fletcher downing some moose heads and some lobster with some corn on the cob tonight on Murder, she wrote. And then on The Scarecrow and Mrs. King, a special edition of that, a special half-hour edition of that, Mrs. King realizes she's not married to Bruce Brosclair. Kate Jackson realizes that she's married to Larry King. And then on a special Simon and Simon on CBS, Simon is one of the Simon brothers. I think Gerald McCraney is replaced by Simon from Vsauce. And so you'll learn some science along with solving a mystery. All that tonight on CBS. 1st and 10 for the 49ers at the Bear 39. 10.5 to go. 21-14 San Francisco. Craig. Trap right. And he stood up by Wilson for a 1-yard gain at the 38. So, as Robbie says, that show will make you feel crabby. Of course there will be death of lobsters. I don't know, a colonoscopy's pretty bad. Did you ever wonder why you went for a prostate exam? I went to my doctor, and he shoved his digits. Never mind. 2nd and 9. Craig needs a break. And so Joe Cribbs will come in with Rathman here. Cribbs off tackle right from the 38. Gets it to the 35. Dewerson with a gain, makes the tackle after a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 4. So 9 minutes to go. The 49ers have taken almost 6 minutes off the clock. 10 plays, 51 yards. Montana looks to Russ Francis here on 3rd and 4. On a short slant. Montana gonna scramble, and Singletary with a sack. It's a loss of 3. And with 8.5 to go, the 49ers, well, they're going to try it. With this 15 to 25 mile an hour wind, it's a 30% chance. So Wershing is going to try this from 53 yards. Quillen, the center, will snap. First sack of Montana, registered by Mike Singletary. Morosky, the backup quarterback, will hold. Wershing, a 30% chance. Here we go. Wershing gets a leg on it. It's long enough, and it is good. From 53 yards and 7:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 2-score game. San Francisco 24, the Bears 14. That's a big play. So Sanders is back deep with Gentry and Anderson. 2 yards deep, they're going to return it. Sanders by the top sideline. And he stopped for whatever reason. He couldn't get a block. And he's hit at the 7-yard line. And Mike Ditka is getting his temperature taken on the sideline. But his face is red hot. It is not a red hot day here in San Francisco. It's 45 degrees as the sun sets over Candlestick Park. Peyton on a flat pass from the 7. And that is complete to Walter. He gets it at the near sideline. He steps out at the 10. And it'll be 2nd and 7. 7:41 to go. Bears need 2 scores, but they have a 1/4 to do it. Gain of 3. Clock is stopped. Trap right for Matt Suey. Suey hit by Turner at the 13, and that's a gain of 3. So Flutie 5 of 9 in this championship game for 69 yards, and the Bears have run it 23 times for 92. 3rd and 4. Pitch left for Peyton to the far side. He turns the corner, 1st down, and he's over the 20. Farnhorst with a tackle at the 22, a gain of 9. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bears on their own 22. So that's what Dick and Flutie and company have to do. They have to control the clock. Suey. Trap left. And off from Flutie over the 25, and Ellison makes a tackle at the 26. 2nd and 6. 7 carries for Suey for 25 yards. So the Bears just trying to scrape this one together. However, in the 4th quarter, and with Kevin Butler, they have the wind at their back. And the answer is no, we really don't need to know anything about Andy Rooney's anything. 2nd and 6. Walter Payton sweeps it left side, gets the handoff, tries to find a sideline. He is hit short of the 30 by Ellison at the 29. 3rd and 3. Payton 13 carries for 44 yards. And Flutie will have it 3rd and 3 from the Bear 29. Clock stops, 6:10 to go. Flutie gonna try a bootleg. Runs it around. He's got a 1st down and more. Ronnie Lott with a tackle at the 39. A gain of 10. 6 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Bears. So a good drive. They're just not really trying to put it in the air yet. Gentry on a short slant. Flutie throws, and Gentry dropped it. Oh, Dennis Gentry dropped a 1st down. Oh, baby. Can't blame that one on Flutie at all. It was right on the hands. And Gentry just tried to turn to see if there's anybody there, and it just didn't. 2nd and 10. Flat to Suey. Bears will stick with the play. Suey far side, no. 3rd and 10. And so as soon as the Bears trying to go to a pass, it just doesn't work. They go 3 wide. Gentry, Galt, and Ortega. Willie Galt. Short hitch. Flutie under center. Carter forces a fumble. Flutie picks it up. But Michael Carter with the sack, and it's 4th and 15. From the Bear 34. And so now you kind of have to wonder if you, since you need to throw the football, if you try to bring in another quarterback. Flutie's played an okay game, but the Bears right now need more than okay. Here's the forced fumble and the recovery, and here comes the punt. So the 49ers can almost smell it. Buford, back deep to punt. Griffin, on his 20, runs up to his 30, and the ball is loose. Who's going to recover it? Who's going to recover it? And it is Fensick with a fumble, and Chicago recovers. How about that? I'd show you that again, but it won't do any good. It was a good punt. Don Griffin got hammered by Gary Fensick. The ball hit the ground. Keith Van Horn fell on it for the Bears, and they take over at the San Francisco 32. So 1st and 10 right there. So Flutie will stay in the game. Payton on a sweep to the near side from the 32. Across the 30. Dwayne Board with a tackle at the 28. A gain of 4. Clock stop, 4:23. So the 49ers have turned it over twice. The last time the Bears scored. Second and 6. Galt. Short out. Flutie. Flushed. Throws down to a running back. That's Suey, and he gets a first down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 8, so Flutie scrambled around, found a running back, and got the first down. So 1st and 10. Walter Payton. Fullback dive from the 20. Gets a little bit of room before Carlton Williamson makes a tackle at the 17, a gain of 3. So Chicago trying to take advantage of the San Francisco miscue. They're already in good field goal range for Kevin Butler. Moorhead, not throwing to him. Tim Reitman is now the new tight end. Suey, trap left, 2nd and 7. Gets to the 15 from the 17, and he's hit by Stover at the 14. 3rd and 4. 3:28 to go, clock running. And they're already in Butler's wheelhouse for a field goal. Galt, short slant. Flutie, under center, flag is down, pass is knocked down by McKyer.
Offense, number 78.
Van Horn, the right tackle with a hold. It won't matter, and it'll be 4th down. Butler out for the field goal. Again, this is to make it a one-score game from 31 yards. He's got a 69.8% chance. Steve Fuller to hold. Butler with a kick. It's drifting left and wide left. He didn't turn the laces in. And the field goal is missed. And so with 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, San Francisco 24, Chicago 14. So 1st and 10 from the 20. Craig and Rathman in the backfield. They're breathing a big sigh of relief here in San Francisco. Trap right to Craig. Hand off from Montana. Nothing doing. The Fridge with the tackle, and yep, the 49ers escape one there. Usually turnovers are killer in this game. The Bears have not turned it over. San Francisco has done it twice. But right now, it's 24-14 49ers. 2nd and 10. Short slant to Russ Francis. Montana finds Francis. Hit by Dewerson for a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3. So if San Francisco 4 for 7 on 3rd down today. 2 minutes clock running. 3rd quarter. Rathman. Off tackle right from the 27. Won't get it. Perry pulls him down after a gain of 2. They're going to be a yard short. So the Fridge having a big day. 5 tackles. And San Francisco, with 1:17, will punt. Runniger, with a wind behind him, should boom this one to Lou Barnes. Barnes stands on his 26. He goes over. He'll make the catch right about there. Flag is down. Tom Cousineau with a tackle. It's an 8-yard gain. But Vesti Jackson holds on the return. And it's all for naught. 38 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Bears start from their own 19. 4 penalties for both teams. 30 yards for the Bears, 27 for the 49ers. Suey. Trap left from the 19. Williamson with a tackle at 21, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. 15 minutes to Pasadena. San Francisco 24, Chicago 14. And the only scoring was that long field goal by Ray Wersching. Montana 19-23 for 263 yards. Oh boy. And the Bears have run it 31 times for 130. And I'm not sure what else they can do. First down's 18-14 in favor of San Francisco. Time of possession is pretty even. 2nd and 8. Peyton will sweep it right from the 21. 25. McKyer makes a tackle at the 28. Gain of 7. So 3rd and 1. One of the better runs by Peyton on the day. The Bears are 3 for 9 on 3rd down. Suey. Dive play. Flutie hands it off. Suey, 1st down and more, over the 35. He's hit at the 36. Torrey Nixon, the nickelback, makes his 2nd tackle, and that's a gain of 8. 1st and 10 for Chicago on their own 36. 14:06 to go in the football game. Galt on a medium slant. Flutie throws. Galt has it, 1st down at midfield. Double coverage on Willie Galt, and Flutie threaded that one in there. So the ball is at the 50. 1st and 10 for Flutie and the Bears. 13:21, clock running. Peyton in the flat, near side. Flutie throws it instead to Gentry. 2nd read, and he got a gain of 6. So Flutie went from almost being yanked. Now he's 8 for 15 for 97 yards. 2nd and 4. Sweep right, Walter Payton, near side from the 44. 1st down, he's over the 40. And that's a gain of 8. McCall is hurt. And his return is doubtful. And Andy Rooney, who's still at Giants Stadium waiting for the Redskins and the Giants to play, says, "Have you ever noticed how many things people store in coffee cans? As long as you're not doing the bacon grease and the nuts and bolts in the same one. I've got some of my old writing scraps and a couple cans of chock full of nuts. I like it that way. It ages it and gives my writing some flavor. 1st and 10 from the San Francisco 36. We ran that clip early. We apologize to anybody who might have been offended. Reitman is in at tight end still. No change there. Payton's going to get another carry. Trap left this time across the 35, where Tom Cousineau, the right outside linebacker, will make the tackle. Cousineau was supposed to have a Hall of Fame career for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing again. But why do they put coffee in their Tupperware? I've always wondered that. Does it really keep something that was roasted fresher? Can't you just close the lid on your coffee can? Or do you need something for all those screws right away? My daughter uses those country crock margarine things. I make the mistake of trying to put some margarine on my toast, and all I get is a bunch of bread wrap ties. 2nd and 9. Sorry about that. We're having some trouble connecting with New York. 2nd and 9 from the San Francisco 35. Galt. Short hitch. Flutie. Blitz. Throws. Galt's got it. 1st down. McKyer makes the tackle at the 21. A gain of 14. 1st and 10. Galt now 3 catches for 53 yards, and Tim McKyer has 7 tackles. The Bears 8 plays, 60 yards, and they've taken 4:42 off the clock. This is a matriculation down the field that would make Joe Theismann smile. Just kind of a trickle. Suey. Off tackle right from the 21. Across the 20, Don Griffin with the tackle at the 17. A gain of 4. 2nd and 6, 10, 11. Not even touching that one, Keith. Not at all. And I'm losing viewers as we do that. 2nd and 6. See, on the Fortnite streams, you don't get Andy Rooney impressions, okay? Just not have. Do you ever wonder why kids do that? They sit there and play games. And what is dabbing anyway? 2nd and 6. Gulp on a medium out. Flutie rolls around. He goes to the end zone, and there's nobody there. 3rd and 6. And with the win, Butler would have a 74% chance from 34 yards. Flat to Payton. Near side, Flutie has Payton at the 20. 15. 1st down. He got 6 and got the Dave Gardner measurement. 1st and 10 from the San Francisco 11. 9:26 to go. First and 10. They're doing what they can to drive the football. Suey. Trap left from the 11. Handoff from Flutie. Suey inside the 5, and Charles Haley makes a tackle at the 4. So, although it's eaten up a lot of clock, there's 8:43 to go in the ball game. The Bears are on the verge of scoring again. Suey out. Neil Anderson in. Off tackle left for Anderson. He's got room. He's got 6. 13 plays. 81 yards and half a quarter off the books, but it's a 4-point game. Chicago has held in there. And Neil Anderson, 2 carries, 9 yards, and a score. Butler to make this the 3-point game. He does. 8:02. How Vermont can you get to go? San Francisco 24, Chicago 21. So Crawford back deep at his 8. Monroe and Griffin are the upmen. Do you ever wonder why when there was a big... I'm supposed to be at Giant Stadium. I brought my poncho, my thermos full of coffee, but there's no one else here. Why is that? All right, Kevin Butler to kick it off. Crawford back deep. Monroe and Griffin the up, and it's an onside kick, and Chicago recovers. Whoa ho ho! Those of you who left early are gonna miss that. And San Francisco, Bill Walsh is looking at his slide rule going, what's going on? You thought the 49ers had escaped, but that may not be the case. 7:57 to go. And will we get the rematch in the championship game? Are we going to get Chicago and New England? 1st and 10 for Walter Payton and company. Sweep left. Flutie. Flag is down. Ellison with a tackle at the 47. No gain.
Encroachment defense. Number 72, 5-yard penalty.
And Stover made the contact, which is not social distancing, for 5 yards. 1st and 5. Tony Eason is probably beginning to sweat. Dave Gardner has got his Mike Ditka voodoo doll already out. So 1st and 5 for the Bears at the San Francisco 48. Ex-girlfriend, yep, that's why you normally would do it. That's not a word I'd ever... Social distancing is not anything I'd ever heard of until Thursday. And kind of like shelter in place, there are words now you'll never forget. Anderson. Trap right. And off from Flutie. 1st down. Gain of 6. McKyer has the tackle at the 42. And it's 1st and 10 from the San Francisco 42. Do they want to dare go to the air? I think they will. Galt on a medium slant. 1st and 10. 49ers play the run. Flutie throws complete to Gentry, second receiver, after a gain of 9. And so what you've seen from Doug Flutie is time and time again, he's willing to go to that second read. He's 11 for 19 for 126 yards. And the Bears, if you're wondering, are now in field goal range with 6:59 to go. What a gutsy move by Mike Ditka and the Bears to do the onside kick and trying to prevent the 49ers from scoring some more. 2nd and 1. Trap right for Walter Payton. He won't get it. Ronnie Lott brings him down for a 2-yard loss. And it's 3rd and 3 from the San Francisco 35. Suey back in the football game. So is Moorhead. McMahon tries to sneak on the field, but it's Flutie and it's Flutie instead. Flutie looking around on 3rd and 3. Gonna look at his own number. Gonna run another bootleg. He runs, he scrambles, he's got a hole. 1st down inside the 25. He got a gain of 11. And it's more than Tony Eason working up a sweat right now. The Bears are knocking on the door on the 49er 24. So Doug Flutie got a big hole from Mark Bortz, the left guard. And it's 1st and 10 from the San Francisco 24. Suey on a dive. Handoff from Flutie. Suey works it to the 21, a gain of 3. 4:57 to go in the football game. Chicago can tie this with a field goal. Payton. Sweep right. Flag is down.
False start.
And somebody jumped. The tight end, Moorhead.
Repeat, 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Now is 2nd and 12. I'll ask this. I don't know if I'm going to get an answer here. Does anybody have the Stratomatic Negro League set? 2nd and 12. Older Payton on a draw from the 26. 25-20, a good run. Nixon, the nickelback, makes a tackle at the 18 for a gain of 8. So Torrey Nixon. So Payton 20 carries 73 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 from the 49er 18. 4:15 to go in regulation time in this NFC Championship game. 24-21 San Francisco. Payton is tired. Gentry on a short slant Flutie's going to get sacked by Turner for a loss of 4. All right, I got an email. Let's do the field goal first. So a loss of 4 with 3:31 to go. It's 4th and 8. And so the Bears and Butler will try a 39-yard field goal. He's got a 76% chance. Hilgenberg to snap. Fuller to hold. And Butler will not tie the game. That is wide right. And now they can breathe in San Francisco. Oh my goodness, that was almost a gimme. But it's not horseshoes or hand grenades, so it's not. And so with 2:49 to go, San Francisco might have an escape. Anyway, I got an email from a viewer. And on the basic side of those rosters, on the batter's cards, it's only ground ball B. There's no double play chances. Can you double check to see if that's right? He thinks it's a misprint. 1st and 10 for San Francisco, and that missed field goal. I mean, it was Butler's overtime field goal against the Giants that got him here for Chicago, and now it's almost all gone. 2:49 to go. So the Bears held the football almost 12 minutes. 1st and 10. Medium cross to Jerry Rice. Montana rolls down to a running back. That's Craig. It's a gain of 8. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 with 2:40 to go. The Bears, by the way, okay, no, if it's a computer one, then it's not going to show it. Wilbur Marshall with the 7th tackle. Bears do not call time. 49ers will let this run down. They have to run one play before the 2-minute warning. So, in effect, the Bears have 4 timeouts. Trap right for Rathman for a 1st down. He's got it and more. 40, 50. Otis Wilson probably saves any chance of the Bears winning this with a touchdown-saving tackle. He ran right over Mike Singletary. Not if it's the basic, Robbie. Bruce Colley with a huge hole. And at 1st and 10 for the 49ers with 1:50 to go. So how about that? And that might have sent San Francisco to Pasadena. Craig. Trap right 1st and 10 from the 49 of Chicago. Perry makes a tackle at the 45. And the Bears call time. They have 2 left. And it's 2nd and 6. So the missed field goal and the missed tackle on the run. And that might have been all the difference between Chicago and San Francisco winning the NFC. We'll find out. Joe Cribbs is in the game. In the backfield with Craig. Off tackle right. Handoff. Hit at the 44 by Wilson. Timeout for the Bears. 3rd and 5 with 1:40. San Francisco wins this game practically with a 1st down. Short flat to Craig, far side. He's got it. Can he get 5 yards? He does. Dewerson with a tackle at the 35, and finally, there's no basic in the computer game. Finally, the game is over, and so San Francisco survived an onslaught from Chicago. A touchdown, an onside kick, and then Kevin Butler, who was pretty much automatic, misses what should have been a chip shot for him. And that's it. It won't matter. The 49ers, unless as the Bears take a timeout, the 49ers are going to win the NFC. And so San Francisco will have the chance to, in effect, win a 4th Super Bowl 2 years ahead of schedule. Takes the knee, Singletary with a tackle, and the Bears can't stop it. So 3rd down coming up. And so our digital dice player of the game is one Joe Montana. He went 21 for 25 in the NFC Championship game. Threw for 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And with no time left on the clock, it has run out. Your Super Bowl, your championship game will be San Francisco and New England. The only scoring was an Anderson 4-yard run to make it a 3-point game, and yep, this one was all that and a bag of chips. The Bears had the ball 33 minutes and 55 seconds. They ran the ball extremely well. They threw the ball well, and it was a special team blunder that finished it off for Chicago. So your MVP again, Montana, 21 of 25 for 280. Wilson, Marshall, and Perry, 7 tackles. Richardson with 1 interception, the only one in the game. And Singletary with a sack. McKyer, 8 tackles. He leads San Francisco. Turner, Stover, and Carter with the sacks. And Carter forced the fumble. And I forgot where my spoon was. So there you have it. Thanks to RFig2 for being the newest follower. What a football game we had. And so our Pro Football Championship next Sunday at 7 Eastern. San Francisco and New England from Pasadena. And the championship. Wash your hands. Be nice to each other. Don't hoard toilet paper. Noontime tomorrow, Orioles and the Yankees, 78 daily baseball until we get baseball back. Again, thank you so much. Have yourself a good day.